Welcome to Growing Food, Not Lawns, Edible Landscape Meditation, Visualization of what your beautiful ether space can transform into from the blessed golden mean ratio spiral that comes forth, creating beautiful vortices of light from the seeds that you plant and drop into the soil of space. So get comfortable in a meditative position. You can watch this video for inspiration with eyes open and then re-listen to it with eyes closed, or just listen, letting yourself drift into that inner space to visualize what's possible. Knowing that when we do deep breathing, we let ourselves relax, getting all the oxygen fully illuminating every cellular structure, DNA, with the light that we be as the soul. And at the same time, visualize what's possible, feeling what it would be like from those visions. The quest within can lead to the actualization of that garden. For what if we allow for the Garden of Eden to rise again, from within to without, knowing that simply planting seeds will grow the garden. Visualizing and designing it from within, from inspiration such as these, can bring forth the most magical edible garden that gives you life, love, happiness from deep within the mother's womb, outpouring to you, your family, even the animals such as your pets. They love the garden. And you'll be surprised how they assist you. So taking some deep breaths, knowing that the soils are rich from our imagination and from that which we enrich them with, our good thoughts, our good deeds, our planning from within and without. Following this from your visions, you may decide to draw out what you see so that the plan can evolve with thee. Allow yourself to daydream of what it could be like if the garden shows you what it wants to do. And at the same time, or at another moment, allow for yourself to simply place those garden seeds where you feel they would best grow. It'll be our inspiration as well to bring forward lots of fruit trees, for the fruit trees can give for life, leaving a legacy for your children, grandchildren, to also receive the fruits that they bear. So taking some deep breaths, allowing yourself to open and expand your mind and your heart. Allow your breaths to reach deep down to your root on the inhale. And as you exhale, squeezing the root just to remind yourself of that deep rooting ground. A few more deep breaths into the root, exhaling, allowing yourself to feel your feet, your legs, your hips, your belly. And then allow that next inhale to draw the breath up now, squeezing the root belly button, the ribs up, all the way into the chest and even to the top of the head. Slightly holding the breath and exhaling, allowing it to release and let go. As we imagine what wants to enrich the grounds, possibly some rich soil and minerals, possibly some mulch, some oak mulch that's come from a tree that's decided to be free. Possibly some spring waters, some rain. Imagine your grounds rich with soil, rich with beautiful mulch. And allow yourself to now begin imagining what your space outside looks like as you begin. Looking way to the right, far at a distance, allow your gaze inside to now span to the middle, noticing what's there as you begin, and all the way to the left. Come back to where you began and imagine, what do you want to taste, to share with your family and friends? What kind of meals, snacks come to you? Fruits like oranges and cherries and berries, raspberries. How do you see yourself getting to those berries as you walk around your space, knowing that through our imagination, what if there could even be a stream, a pond, stoned walkways, labyrinths? Allow yourself to meander about, wandering through your space, looking down at your feet, noticing the paths and how they want to be. And as you look up to the right and to the left, as you move about, noticing what fruit trees do you see? Kiwis, sugar plums, apples and pears. Notice even if you see any fairies in the garden that are showing you special places, possibly even telling you where things like a jackfruit tree might want to go. Maybe even the fruit themselves begin to speak and sparkle. Maybe you even see how several fruit trees want to come together, like lemons and pears, and flowers beneath them, poppies. Maybe even beneath these fruit trees, there's vegetables wanting to grow with the rainbow colors that they bear, and flowers. Imagine yourself even possibly putting a greenhouse somewhere. Imagine if there wants to be rows of certain types of vegetables growing, and what it would be like to water the garden when the rain is needing a little reminder. Notice the ancient trees on your property that are wanting to assist, and possibly the flowers that surround your land already that are just wanting to be nourished with additional amendments like hay. Imagine what it would be like to have so much fruit and vegetables to harvest on a weekly basis that you have so much to give to your neighbors, creating potlucks together, sharing at the front of your own veggie stand. Imagine your land becomes so rich and full, it begins to become like a forest. Imagine again that through that forest, you may even open up more space to put in a beautiful waterfall with rocks and a pond that nourishes the fish. Imagine all the insects and butterflies that are going to come to your garden. Can you see them? Can you see them landing on flowers, flying around with the hummingbirds, the fairies? As you take some deep breaths, you begin to even realize how much harvest there's going to be, and possibly some things that you forgot about. Look around what you've planted. Notice where your awareness wants to take you, if there's any other spaces and places that are seeking additional seeds. For the garden can keep growing, keep giving, again and again. She's abundant, just like your imagination, eternally giving that which you put into it, and the feelings of joy of those visions that allow the giving to expand. So does the garden. She continually will give as you come to her with joy. As the harvest and the daily receiving of the gifts of the earth are shared and enjoyed, she keeps expanding. Imagine what it would be like to no longer go or need to go so often to a grocery store, because the lands have shifted from lawns to edible food forest. And the flowers are so plentiful that the bees, the pollinators, the life-giving pollinating beads have so many spaces and places to play and assist you with this garden. Imagine all the new sprouts that want to come up again and again, and how your animals, your pets, will play as the dragonfly reminds us that there's more to life to see. Imagine how much joy comes as your children get to experience daily life skills that bring forth prosperity, sovereignty. What kind of magic will happen as they realize the truth of the truth of the ever-giving imagination coupled with the perfected ether and landscape of this magical earth plane, and how all these light particles that we call elements work together in various frequencies to form that which we desire, require, and inspire. Imagine that cafes with free food with me, Miracle Lands, are everywhere. Because gardens are cafes that give free food, and the cafe is more of a potluck experience. For the garden is so rich, sharing together laughter, life, water, creation, inspiration. Miracle Lands are here. They've always been here. We've come to return home, to love, to abundance, to the truth of the ever-giving, eternal light, love, water, imagination. Imagine now that you even can travel and experience these other miracle lands. Where else would you go? What else is calling you to see, to experience, maybe even to participate, cultivate? Maybe these miracle lands even have healing centers, nurturing spaces to nourish the well-being of the perfected soul through sharing and caring, assisting with the vibrational harmony and balance just from sheer enjoyment of caring. Imagine the sacred lands and waterfalls and springs around this etherical heavenly space that wants to be visited by you, to show you new edible forests, to show you the amazing free energy that comes from the waterfalls, the heavenly portals that open at all the sacred springs, nourishing the soul from which it came, here to experience the colors, the richness of texture. Just imagine. And as you feel that call to come back to your space, whether you flew to these amazing spaces, or you drove, or you teleported, begin to come back to your space, to your garden. And notice that when you go on these travels, oh, does the garden grow. When you get back, you notice your garden is so rich, bountiful. It's expanded. New things have grown while you went on your travels and are ready to be shared and enjoyed again. Take a look around, for the garden loves when you simply, daily sit with her. Reflect on the colors of the mother's imagination, of all the star seeds that dropped forward from different frequencies, creating all the varieties of fruits. Imagine what they taste like, these new fruits, that when you have arrived back to the garden are magically there. Things you never even knew existed. Imagine what they feel like. And then sit back where you began. Relax in the garden. Let it nourish you. Let the gems of light illuminate the light body from all this amazing nourishment. Imagine new colors in your aura opening from your garden. Take deep breaths into the light body. As you take deep breaths, allow yourself to begin to stretch and move, trusting how you need to move as you've grown in this experience. Trusting the visions that came forward that may want to be drawn now, or you may decide to begin. The garden is calling. Miracle lands are here. Like the bliss wave that comes forward from our heart when the soul has taken seat. The heavenly energy of the soul reaches, spiraling open, just as the sunflower, just as every fruit tree, every blade of grass, every child, every being, again and again has spiraled open. From your ancestors to your future self. From rock to fungi to insect to bird to every opposite type of soul you could have ever been. To remembering God, eternal, I am. Back to the merger of the beginning point where you had that whim of what it would be like to have a garden again. when you had that whim, what it would be like to be with others in the garden again. Give thanks to the eternal essence of life and light that you be. Until next time, the eternal now that lives at the heart when we're present, and the springing forward of the inspirations of light, the dreams that take form from your present gift, this here now, that which you have dreamed in this meditation is ready to be experienced. Open your eyes and look around. Look out a window, or if you're outside, look at what's already begun to open. Notice the colors that are here. Notice the flowers, the trees, the birds, the sky and the clouds. All this light magnetically stacking upon, projecting from that which you see and be. We thank you.